Hello, Mr. Yu. Thank you for joining us for this interview with Globevisa today. You've been a client of ours for many years. We heard you've already landed in New Zealand. Before you went, what kind of preparations did you make? Is there any experience you can share with everyone?
Yes, that's right. I think for friends who are preparing to go abroad, perhaps the very first thing to prepare is the language, because language allows you to better integrate into the local environment. And then aspects of daily life are also quite important. When you first arrive, you might need to prepare in advance for things like, a house and a car, because if you don't have a car there, it can be pretty difficult to get around. Public transportation isn't as convenient as it is back home. So I think these are all things you need to prepare in advance. And also, there's the matter of skills. If you want to live abroad long term, you'll definitely need a stable job. So in terms of skills, that's another area you might need to prepare for ahead of time.
All right, so I'd like to ask, why did you choose New Zealand back then?
New Zealand, the first time I went there to travel, it was, you could say, love at first sight. At that time, after I came back from my trip, I did some research on the country, including its welfare, education, and also the visa. I did some research on all of that. And its relationship with Australia is also quite close. So if, say, you wanted to go to Australia in the future, it's also relatively convenient. Its visa is possibly the best one among Western countries right now, called a permanent return visa, which means there's no so-called residency requirement or things like that.
If you think back to when you first considered going abroad, why did you choose us, Globevisa, from among so many immigration agencies?
One reason is the brand's reputation is quite high, Globevisa, and also its scale, because for many friends preparing to go abroad, they may not have had any contact with this before. Because in the market right now, there are probably a lot of smaller agencies, and there are also a lot of so-called scammers. So therefore, you really have to, find a brand that's larger in scale, has more influence within the industry. That way, including after-sales service and so on, any problems that come up can be resolved perfectly.
All right, congratulations on starting this new chapter. Is there anything you'd like to say to the many other clients who are also preparing to go abroad?
First of all, for friends who want to go abroad, the first thing is to know what it is you actually need. For instance, do you need to acquire a new status, or is it for your whole family to immigrate to enjoy the benefits of another country, like its welfare or education, healthcare, and so on? Because right now, for many Western countries, the threshold for immigration is getting higher and higher. So I would suggest that friends who have this idea should really seize the opportunity while they can. So you can start by coming to Globevisa to find out more. I'm also very grateful to Globevisa for, helping me successfully obtain my status. Because in the early stages, I looked into a lot of agencies. In terms of professionalism, Globevisa is definitely the best, comparatively speaking. Of course, I ran into a lot of obstacles early on, and Globevisa helped me resolve them perfectly. So I'm still very grateful to Globevisa for giving me the chance to be here today, to be able to immigrate perfectly to New Zealand. So I am very grateful to Globevisa. All right.